bit loud after they take one away, but they also have the tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 19-yard line.
From the gun, a give to Mixon. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. 3-0 after one on EA Sports. Mixon with a first down carry. 43 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On 3rd down, Mixon. And he's got a Bengals first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. Now he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he stopped immediately there. They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on 3rd down conversions. They need a yard here. A handoff running left, Mixon. And Mixon not going to get there. Running into a wall here, and they'll stop him short. Zach Taylor, a new breed of head coach. He's going to go for it on 4th down. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
7 yards to pick up there. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. To throw on third down. Howell. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
2nd and 11. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. The Bengals on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. And he gets it down to the 32. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still 4th down upcoming.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. Evan McPherson out for the Bengal field goal. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. McPherson's kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 28. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete.
You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They're going to look to throw. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
They'll run with Mixon. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. Mixon unable to find the goal line on 4th down. And the Browns are able to come up with a goal line stand. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And Hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
61 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
McPherson's kick is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So we're trading first half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. We got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Browns drive about to get started. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 30. And they have a first down and well into field goal range also at the 16 now. Well, this is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his 3rd interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a cornerback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you like he's having a flashback? Because a lot of these linebackers we see in the NFL, in high school, they were offensive stars. They touched the football up.
Touchdown, Bengals! Vincent Smith as the first half is winding down. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded right around the 8. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Cleveland offense ready to go as they go to work with 12 seconds on the clock. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And this one is incomplete. These two teams met up earlier in the year back in week 4. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. A final shot before break. Powell, he's going to let it go again. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. Fielded right around the 8. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
And off comes to Chubb. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all, and it's been a long day for this crowd waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
A run for Nick Chubb. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he?
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off down at the 10, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Once again, they run with Mixon. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. They'll set up to throw. This is Smith with a grab. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. They'll look to throw now on first down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
On second down now, Mixon. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Now whistles and a flag. And I believe a Bengal got going a little early there. Now after the false start, they need 8 yards here on 3rd down. Again, it's Mixon. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. 3rd down just got a lot tougher. That will officially go as a loss of 7. He'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Off the bootleg, Howell. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. 44-yard punt. They're going to wind up losing yardage on the return, though. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to air one out. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, he's got one of the strongest arms in the league. Some people may say the strongest, but that can also have a downside occasionally, and here he's intercepted.
Yeah, when we talk about strong arms, being able to throw it deep downfield doesn't necessarily take the strongest. It takes more of the timing type of a quarterback. And it's great to be able to take your shot, but when it hangs up there just a bit too long, you put it in jeopardy. And in this case, that was intercepted.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. But I think a Brown was able to recover, and they'll indeed hold on to the ball here. On 3rd down, Howell. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Howell. And he's going to have the hook up to Schwartz. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Looking to throw. Howell. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 41. Now Chubb running right, and it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Back to throw. Howell. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A big play there on the catch and run. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. Looking to throw. Howell. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. He's at the 50. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
Here's 2nd and 8. Escaping the pressure right. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So all things considered, that's not the final nail, but it does make things exceedingly difficult now on the other side.
Yeah, because obviously now with a 16-point game, the other guys don't need just 2 touchdowns. They need a couple of 2-point conversions as well. Plus, they'll need either a turnover or an onside kick in there somewhere. So you're just adding to the list of things that need to happen in sequence. And it's going to be a pretty tall order this late in the game.
The Browns' drive about to get started. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Howell. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
They'll try and throw for it. And that one is caught. So they convert here, and don't look now, but this one's back to a 1-score game. So here we go. They'll need the recovery, obviously, then a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
They'll run on first down. Mixon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. On third down, Mixon. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Off play action. Powell. Pass complete to Chubb. Chubb will have the first down and much more. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Back to throw. Powell. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Alexander. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the Bengals are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And it looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on third down. Running left, it's Mixon. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. They run for it with Mixon. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one